Football, basketball, baseball, any ball, I'm gonna be there, right on the carpet, right on the sideline, giving you the exclusives. Cause baby, D loves sports. All right, hey everybody, we are here with Mr. QB Takeover, Mr. Quincy Avery. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm well. I'm even more blessed, maybe. I don't But I'm so glad to finally get to talk to you. I've been hunting you down for a little while, so I appreciate you. Thank you for taking some time today. But I want to talk about you and what you're doing for the black quarterbacks. I think it's so important. I actually went and watched your Twitter pin tweet where you were talking to your camp. And it was extremely emotional for you and me watching it, to see how far you've come, but to see how, to me, sacred the black quarterback is to the league. Um, how do you feel your role is in making that?
Yeah, so my role in that is really just to help out, right? I'm here
Mhm.
to do whatever I can to assist guys on their journey, whatever role I may have in that. Um, Whether it's a guy in the NFL who maybe do a little assistance or a pat on the shoulder or a boost in confidence, or if it's a fourth grade quarterback who wants to learn how to throw a football, all of those things I'm here and available for. But I just want those young guys to know that they're represented and that there's somebody who cares. And then there's people out there who've gone through the things that they're going through and that they're supported. So that's
Yeah,
really my main goal in terms of the things that I've done with black quarterbacks.
yeah. So, one of the things about quarterbacks that people don't really maybe comprehend is the mental aspect of it. I think people get so caught up with the physicality and being able to throw, or or being able to run. Mobility is a big thing now. Um, how how much do you weigh in on the mental part for the quarterback?
Really depends on where they're at in their journey. Um,
Mhm.
I do the pre-draft process. I did the pre-draft process this year with Malik Willis, and we spent a lot of time doing that. There's going to be younger guys who I work with who we don't spend as much time on that. It just depends on what they need in terms of where they are, and like you said, that's a major factor. Um, People widely refer to Tom Brady as the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't think anybody would ever confuse that with Tom Brady being one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time because he's not.
Mhm.
Oftentimes, he's not even a top 10 in terms of just physical gifts and abilities. He's just so good above the neck that it's allowed him to be successful. And I hope that one day the guys that I work with can also be that.
Yeah. So I feel like, to be a good quarterback, your IQ has to be up there. Like, I feel like you just cannot be dumb and be a quarterback, if that is the right word.
Yeah, there's like more situational knowledge that you have to have. A common thread that you'll see between really good quarterbacks is the ability to chunk information very, very well. They often have really good memories, and
Mhm.
something that's really unique. And I only started picking this up because I was around so many really good quarterbacks. They also have these amazing sense of directions,
Mhm.
not just on the field, but like in the streets, and because they have such good spatial awareness
Mhm.
that it translates to that. And it's just like some weird stuff that you see, and you're like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But those are all things you got to think of like, oh, this is. I mean, it's obvious that they're really smart and they're smart in their own way.
So they're good drivers too. So you're saying?
I don't know if they're good drivers, but just saying that they know how to get around.
They just know where they're going.
Hmm.
So, with your programs, and that, I still want to come out to one of the camps, just to get some hands on site, because I think it's important. But you have the Black Ops, and then you have the flight school. So for anybody
Hmm.
that's listening that may want to get their child involved, or that's listening that might want to come to the QB Takeover website, kind of explain the difference between the Black Ops and the flight school.
Black Ops is just a 1 day camp. We're really just getting into the details of the quarterback position. Flight school is. We also get into details, but it's a little bit more fun. We have more college guys out there. We have some NFL guys stop by. They're kind of sharing their experiences. So we do a lot more in that in terms of that.
Okay. All right. So flight school is multi-day or multiple
Yeah, it's a 2 day camp.
2 days. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Good to know. All right. So I do want to play kind of like what would Quincy do with a couple of quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna name a couple quarterbacks, more than a couple, and you tell me what you would do to improve their game or what nuances you see that they probably need to work on, and they probably need to call you and work on that this off season.
Well, I won't say anybody needs to call me, but they need to work on things.
They need to call you. No, no, I'm kidding. So, first up, I'm gonna do my bias. I'm gonna get my bias out the way immediately. Let's start with Mitchell Trubisky.
Um, Mitch has to develop a more aggressive mentality in the passing game. I think that he's seen things a little bit slow, which has not allowed him the ability to be as aggressive as coaches would like him to be. He's also been in really bad situations, so I'm interested to see what he does in Pittsburgh.
Me too. I am as well. Okay, this one, you're in the Atlanta area, so I am anxious because we haven't really seen this man start. Marcus Mariota in a while. Excuse me.
Shit, I ain't seen him start in a while either. My guess is as good as yours. What that man need to work on.
So we'll see. We might have to pick this up after a few weeks for him. What about Jimmy Garoppolo?
Work on is kind of tough. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is kind of who he is. He's actually a really talented passer. Um, it's more about decision making for him. If he can make some good decisions, I think that he would be um, looked at as a higher value quarterback. But his talent is essentially leveled off, and he's who he is. So just being better with the football in big time moments, being able to make the plays that count.
Okay, okay. All right. I'm gonna go to Tua.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Tua did a fantastic job in the RPO throw game last year. However, he did not do as well in the traditional dropback pass game. So I think a big leap that he could make is just being better there. I love Tua as a person. Probably one of the nicest guys you could be around. Funny, smart, all those things. So I really hope that he's able to be successful uh, throughout the rest of his NFL career.
Hmm. All right, Lamar Jackson, one of my favorite quarterbacks, despite all of the black and yellow you see.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you know what's funny is I watch Lamar probably less than anybody, um, and it's more because there's not a whole bunch that I can take from his game and tell other people to implement it in theirs. And it's because he's so athletic and the things that he does
Yeah.
make it so difficult on a defense to play him in ways that other guys will get played. So I'll say this, and you guys should take it with a grain of salt because I'm not sure how accurate it is. Um, but I want to continue to see him also improve in the drop back pass game. Like I've seen him do so many other things, seen him extend plays, do all those things, but do a better job in terms of hitting things on rhythm, hitting things in terms of one hitch, working through progressions in order to be successful in that way.
All right, this is the last one. Patrick Mahomes.
Mm. I watch a lot of Mahomes. I want him to improve the depth of his drops to make sure that it's always consistent. Or sometimes he puts his tackles in a difficult situation. But I also should start this by saying Patrick Mahomes is phenomenal. I think we all know that. But these are just
Right.
little things that I would like try and improve on. So the depth of his drops, um, doing a little bit better job of sticking in the pocket when the opportunity presents itself. Um, and him playing more on schedule.
Mm.
Right.
Well, let
The
me.
thing
I'm gonna throw a more traditional quarterback in there. Kirk Cousins. I know Patrick said
Mm.
I said Patrick was my last one, but
Mm,
I
Kurt.
mm,
Kurt. Oh, it's not like a individual thing. It's you want to see Kirk have his A game more than 7 times a year
mm,
because Kirk actually does a really good job a lot of times, but it's like he doesn't do that consistently enough, and it's just I don't know why he doesn't want to make mistakes, and I understand that, but it's tough to win a whole bunch of games if you play with the idea that you don't want to make mistakes.
yeah, yeah. It's a part of the game, unfortunately, and defenses are defenses. So I appreciate that. That was actually fun. I wish I had more quarterbacks listed, but we could go through all the teams, but whatever. I wanted to also talk about your show on AMP. I actually just downloaded it.
Download that
So
joint. Download that joint.
I did. So tell us just a little bit about what you're going to be doing. Some of the guests you've already had. I missed the Kenny Pickett's coach back a couple weeks ago, actually. So yeah, let us know what we got to look forward to with that.
Yeah, we're talking to quarterbacks, quarterback coaches, talking about the things they do in terms of developing either quarterbacks or developing themselves, what they do to get better, and um, kind of just being the quarterback mindset, the things that need to happen in order to be super successful at the game. So it's been fun every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Look forward to seeing folks out.
All right, 7:30 Eastern, y'all on AMP. So I appreciate that. Is there anything? So who do we have that we need to be putting on our radar? Of course, everybody had Malik on their radar for the draft. Who do we have coming up for you that you're working with that we need to be paying close attention to?
Jerry Bohannon, he
Okay.
just transferred to University of South Florida. He took Baylor to the Sugar Bowl last year. He's someone's gonna be really. He's gonna be shooting up the draft boards.
All right, I'm excited. I'm excited for him and for you and the QB Takeover team. So you guys are a team. I actually went on QB Takeover just to give an idea for people who may be watching. Like even your private lessons are affordable. In my mind, affordable. It wasn't something I thought was outrageous. So parents, kids, it's an investment. I think it'll be well worth it, and it's not like you're going to cost $5,000 for a private lesson. That's not the case. So
Exactly.
yeah, so very, very affordable. So please check them out. Is there anything else you want to let the people know
No, I
about?
appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time, and
Of
we'll
course.
we'll get some more of your quarterbacks in Pittsburgh. We will.
We'll figure it
We're gonna
out.
take care, we're gonna take care of that. All
All right.
right.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.